to the advancement of business education. The contribution may be a single achievement, or it may embrace a group of related achievements leading to the contribution. Sherry Gunderson is a lifetime member of WeBIT and served as the WBEA secretary for 2 years. She also has served as president, vice president, secretary, and negotiator of the Cadet Education Association. Within her community, she also served on the executive council and as treasurer of her church for many years. Sherry earned her Bachelor of Science in Education and taught 7 years before returning to college to earn a master's degree in business education. She is a rock star by being certified as a Microsoft Office specialist in the areas of Word, Word Expert 1, Excel, Excel Expert 1, PowerPoint, Access, and Outlook. She has submitted materials to WiseLearn as well, which is our state business ed listserv, WiseLearn, as well as our business ed listserv, sorry. For many years, Sherry provided in-service training for staff and adults in the community and in computer applications, and has been an adjunct instructor for Chippewa Valley Technical College, which assisted earning transcripted credit recognition for multiple courses, a total of 17 credits. Sherry was a transcripted credit mentor for instructors in her region as well. According to Sherry's superintendent, Jenny Stark, the Cadet School District has a designation of gold as a CBTC partner due to the work that Sherry has done with transcripted coursework. And she always continued to change and improve to offer new opportunities for our cadet students. Sherry has served on the Wisconsin Business Marketing and Information Technology Advisory Committee for 2 years, and in 2013 received the Excellence in Teaching Financial Literacy Award from Economics Wisconsin. As a K-12 business educator for 36 years, Sherry taught a plethora of classes. Note-taking. Did you have shorthand? Shorthand too. Bless you both for doing that. Sherry also transitioned from teaching on typewriters to computer-based instruction using multiple technologies. She earned her master's degree, but always continued enrolling in courses and workshops to create her own units, projects, and assessments from scratch, making her instruction pertinent and interesting for her students. Most of Sherry's career was spent as the business department chairperson, actively promoting her program in Future Business Leaders of America. In her 16 years as FBLA advisor, Sherry is proud of her FBLA National Conference qualifiers that increased from 3 previously to now 12. Marketing business education is a challenge in a small school with limited scheduling options. Sherry actively promoted her department, emailed students, their study hall teacher, and their parents with reminders of upcoming work and occasional overview of classroom topics, and encouraged them to have those conversations about what they were studying. This communication eventually morphed into a Twitter account. Sherry still has graduates and parents who follow her. I do too. You can follow her at Mrs. GCHS. A former student said, "It is a gift to be able to teach knowledge, but it is extraordinary to be able to spur others on to reach their full potential." And Sherry's Dean of Students, Stephen Mengel, said, "Our district is proud of all of her achievements and the outstanding professionalism she has brought to our school and community. She is irreplaceable." It is my honor to present the Russell J. Hostler Award for the Development and Advancement in Business Education to Sherry Gunderson.
Thank you, Jan. I appreciate the introduction, and thank you to WeBIT for this honor that it's unfathomable, quite frankly. And I asked Jan if it was okay if I had a few comments, and she said, well, of course. I've been away from the podium and away from a captive audience for 4 months. Sorry, you guys, you are it. This award is to talk about accomplishments and achievements, and when I think of that, I think about legacy. So can you tell me who's got probably one of the greatest legacies in the state of Wisconsin? Okay, outside of business ed.
Bart Starr.
Vince Lombardi, wouldn't you agree? And when I was thinking about Dr. Russell Hostler, I was thinking about the legacy that he put forth in the state of Wisconsin for business education. And I tried to see what he had done. So I looked back to find out about Dr. Hostler's history. It was my honor to know him. I was introduced to him. I met him many times, and his wife, Dr. Mary Margaret Hostler. And I found out what Dr. Hostler did for us, for business ed in the state of Wisconsin. Dr. Hostler came from Ohio State. I'm not sure if it's Ohio State, but the state of Ohio anyhow. And he was contacted by an insurance company to promote a program for personal financial security education for students. That eventually morphed into business education. He was a part of National Business Education Association, serving as president. He helped establish the headquarters in Reston, Virginia. In, I believe it was 1946 or so, he said, we need an organization for business education in the state of Wisconsin, and he started Wisconsin Business Education. And without Dr. Hostler, we would not have WeBIT. We would be IBIT or MEBIT, but not WeBIT. I remember meeting him the first time he had the Russell Hostler Fun Run Walk, and he forced all of us to get out of bed at an ungodly hour at this convention and get it out of our jammies and into our running suits and follow him and go for a walk when it was 32 degrees out at 6 a.m. in the morning. He was just amazing. So I got to thinking about Dr. Hostler, and I thought, you know, he's not the only one that had an impact on me in my career. And I thought about all the other people who had, unbeknownst to them, created a legacy in my life. And if you'll bear with me, I would like to just introduce you to them. The first woman who was legacy in my life in this career was Mrs. Gladys Campbell, my high school business teacher. And what I learned from her was that you never say give up. I was in high school shorthand, and everybody else in class could do it, and I couldn't. And after 3 weeks, I went to her and I said, Mrs. Campbell, I have to drop this. I don't care if I get an F. She said, Sherry, stick with me for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, if you still don't have it, I'll let you quit. And I became the top shorthand student in high school. Going on to college, the people who left their legacy on me, Dr. Jack Hoggett, who was my undergrad advisor and my graduate advisor. And I started out as a business administration major, and I said, Dr. Hoggett, you know, just in case this whole business administration thing doesn't work out, I think maybe I'd like to have a backup plan, and maybe I should have a backup plan being a teacher. And he said to me, Sherry, you can't do that. You can only major in business education at Eau Claire. Why don't you change to a biz ed major, because after all, you're going to have most of the credits that the biz admin people have anyhow. You'll kind of get the best of both worlds. So thank you to Dr. Hoggett for putting me on this track. Dr. Bill Mitchell, who taught me a great lesson as an educator. When you see somebody in class that you know is already achieving and meeting your standards, take them to the next level. He pulled me out of intermediate typing and put me in his own advanced typing class. And then he said, I'm going to hire you as a student secretary. You're going to work for me in the department. And he put me on this machine and told me to type the answer key for a book, and I'd never seen this machine before. It was the Wang word processor. And that was my venture into microcomputers. And then Dr. Lorraine Missling, who has been my hero for so many years. And if you didn't know Missile, you would have no idea what it meant to be a true professional. I can still hear in my mind the click, 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 click of her heels coming down the hallway, getting to our class on time. And she would be in heels constantly, even after she broke her wrist from a fall. She'd be dressed professionally, and she taught me that that's the way I wanted to present myself. along with speaking and writing correctly and properly and treating others with respect. And she has long been my hero, the great Missile at UW Eau Claire. The legacy that was left in my heart from all of the colleagues that I worked with up through this past year: Marilyn Lowell Baggett, Odelia McLaughlin, Jennifer Steike, Ted Ash, and most recently James Jar. They taught me that you don't always have to be serious, you can have fun. And when you have fun, just like our opening speaker said this morning, learning becomes so much easier for the students and for you as well. And finally, the legacy left behind by my most important people, my husband Louis, who's heard this story too many times. My second year of teaching was a hellish day. I was shoved by a senior boy, and I came home and I was sobbing like I am right now. And he said to me, he was a fourth grade teacher at the time, and he said to me, "Sherry, there's a lot of good in education. You've got to find the good and you've got to focus on it. If you focus on the bad, you might as well get out of this career right now and choose something else." That was my second year of teaching, and I never forgot that. And I always thank him for that. And then our son, who can't be here today because he's away at college taking midterms right now, Mitchell just graduated with me this past year, and he taught me to always remember that life is tough as a kid. Learning is hard, it's a struggle, and there are days you just don't get it. And adolescence sucks. And all it takes is the kindness and the compassion of one truly loving and caring educator to get you through those times. And what a legacy that he brought to me after 35 years of education. I was blessed to have him in my class. Thank you to the nominating committee. Thank you for everybody that has been there to support me every time I did a call or an email saying, "Help, I missed an FBLA deadline," or "I don't know what to do." Thank you, everybody. I sincerely appreciate this. Thank you to my brother-in-law, Scott, and my sister-in-law, Angie, for joining me. And I hope you discuss the legacies at your table. And I leave you with one final note. You know how they say lightning never strikes twice? Well, it did, because my former student is my replacement. And we have the same birthday. It's coming up this Sunday.